What's up, y'all? Good morning. I wanted to share with what I've been looking at for the past 2 days. Um, God's been speaking to me about, he kept saying, look at the Israelites. And I'm like, okay, God, so what do you mean look at the Israelites? Like, what is it that is, you trying to show me? So, um, so at first I was looking at how the Israelites were in the wilderness and they were they're in the wilderness and they've been complaining, talking about how they had it good in Egypt and, we better off in Egypt because we was able to get food even if we were slaves and all that. And they just became grumblers and all that. So then I got reminded about the story about the Passover in Exodus in Exodus 12. And I was just like, oh snap, wait a minute. And it was funny to me because when, they're with Moses and they're like preparing, for the angel of death to come and, for that thing to pass over or whatever, right? So I'm sorry, it's not a thing. They was waiting for that moment to happen, to come in Egypt. And, they was instructed to, get lamb's blood and put it on their door frame. And of course that stood out to me too because, as believers we have the blood of Jesus already covered us, with this whole thing, this whole virus thing. But then what also stood out to me was how they was also in a time of being isolated from Egypt for that experience to happen. So what I'm also getting at too is that how right now, schools are closed and some businesses are closed and there's a curfew and stuff like that. In a similar way, it just made me thought about how we're experiencing a time of isolating ourselves from the outside. The Israelites experienced that too. But then it was like, you know what? We have Jesus. We have the blood of Jesus that, just like the Israelites, they covered their door frame and they was in their homes and, they were basically, they living with each other. They fellowshipping with each other at the same time while they're waiting for this experience to happen. And what God spoke to me, what I heard yesterday was like how while Egypt experienced destruction, the Israelites experienced God's, hand, his protection, his love or his favor over the Israelites or over us to be exact. So I wanted to just share that with y'all and just encourage y'all that we are covered by the blood of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And we need to remember, yes, we have to be aware of things that is around us and stuff like that. But while America is going through, are going through this time right now of fear and things like that, and God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. He gives us love, power, and a sound mind. So we have to have a sound mind, and we have the power of God, and that we're covered by the blood of Jesus. And remember, we have to remember that God does not bring fear. So this whole just being fearful, it comes and it creeps up, but we got to remember, man, we're covered by the blood of Jesus. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, sharing God's heart, because it would be selfish if I didn't share this with y'all. Yes, God gives us words and things like that apply to us personally and with our families and stuff. But then at the same time, there are some words that are meant for you, and then also you can apply it to everyone else. So I just wanted to be obedient and share. Love y'all. Be easy.